Hey everybody, coming to you live on Wednesday evening. Happy Hump Day. My name is Dawn Cermak and I am the Freedom and Legacy Coach. And I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what exactly that means. I had to figure it out for myself a little bit, but I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and who I am and how I came to be where I am today. So let's see. I live in the DC suburbs in Clarksville, Maryland. I have 4 awesome children who are 28, 25, 22, and 12. So 3 of them launched and on their way. 1 of them still hanging around with me, which is awesome. And I come from a really big family. I'm the oldest of 6, and we're getting ready to gather for my mom's birthday tomorrow night. Most of us actually live here, so every family occasion is another reason to gather and get together, which we love. I grew up in Pittsburgh. I was born in Baltimore, grew up in Pittsburgh. I went to Johns Hopkins University and I studied international relations. After I graduated, I actually worked for a company doing international word processing software development. And then I went on to work for the United States Information Agency's National Council for International Visitors program. And I ended up doing a lot of computer work there, and I was a local area network administrator, which if any of you know me and know that I'm not a super techno-savvy person now, it's kind of funny that that's where I was back then, but life's an evolution, isn't it? And we get to be different things, we get to be different people. We get to be whoever we choose to be. And so I actually became an entrepreneur quite by accident about 28 years ago, and I've never looked back. I'm essentially unemployable at this point, pretty much. I don't take direction well. I don't think I would make a good employee at all. So fortunately, I have created a life that working for somebody else is not necessary for me, which is awesome. So 28 years ago, I founded a company with my sister. We started a special events production company. It was not, she was doing the work up in New Jersey, and she called me and she said, hey, we signed this non-compete. I really want to do this company, but I can't start it up here. Can you start the company for us and start it down there? And then when our non-compete expires, we will go build the company in New Jersey. And I said, sure. So I went down to Staples and I bought a how to incorporate a company kit for $40 and incorporated the company. And it ended up taking off. And it ended up taking off down here in Maryland. She never went back to New Jersey. And so we built and grew together a $10 million company. And we had 150 employees, and we were super successful. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun learning what it meant to run a company, because I, again, had no experience with that at all. And we created something really awesome. However, I was working 80 or 90 hours a week. I was never seeing my kids. I think I said I have 4 kids. They're 28, 25, yeah, I said 28, 25, 22, and 12. At that point, I only had 3. The other one was just a twinkle in her mama's eye because I did not have time to have a 4th child. And we ended up selling the company because I really wanted to spend more time with my kids. And so at that point, I stayed around for a while after we sold the company to kind of transition in new ownership. Along the way, I actually became a member of an organization called Entrepreneurs Organization, which I love. I just love being with other business owners and networking and helping new startup people that are starting companies, brainstorming, helping them put systems in place, identifying what the issues are, and brainstorming marketing ideas. It's like my hobby. My hobby is to meet with, I actually just came across one today. A guy emailed me or messaged me because he was looking to buy a building that my family owns down in Baltimore because he wants to start a coffee bean roastery. He sources the coffee beans in South America, and he wants to bring it to Baltimore. And I'm like, wow. Well, first of all, I'm a coffee snob. I love coffee. And I don't know that my brother's going to sell you the spot that you want, but I would love to help you. I would just love to talk to you about how you plan to launch the business in Baltimore and what I can do to, spread the word and I'd love to be involved in whatever way I can. So I kind of attract people who are starting companies and just want to talk about how to make them successful. So back then, I finally left the company. This was back in 2007. And my sister looked at me and she said, okay, we are going to get healthy and lose weight and get in shape. And I said, right. And she said, right, go figure out how we're going to do it. I said, right, I'm on it. And so right at that point, we started looking at everything. I was Googling best fat-burning diets of 2007 and Oprah Winfrey's green tea diet, and we tried a bunch of stuff. And somebody said to me, it was actually somebody I trusted, somebody said to me, well, what about isogenics? And I said, what's isogenics? And she said, listen, if you're ready to get committed and you want to see results right away, and then this is the program for you, because you will see results. I know how you are, and you can get it done. I said, great, send me two. Whatever we need, send us two. We didn't even ask how much it was, right? We were so ready to get our health on and get our nutrition on. We joined a gym, we started using the nutritional system, and we had amazing results. And so people were noticing that we were looking good and feeling good and pretty happy and had a lot more energy than we did when we were dragging our butts around living out of a vending machine nutrition. And so people were asking, and we said, oh, just do this. Yeah, do this. It's really easy. It's super easy. Like, just follow the program and you'll be great. And all of a sudden, I had a team. Like, well, how did this happen? Because I had never had any interest at all in doing any kind of network marketing. That was not on my radar. It was not part of my plan. I was after we left that company, we were talking about different, other ideas of companies to start. And this just kind of happened and fell into my lap. And so, time went on, things were happening. There was a lot of things that happened along the way. I ended up starting the event company again. I ended up buying back the event company that we had sold. I ended up looking at a business opportunity in Barcelona. I didn't buy the company, but I did move there with my daughter for 6 months, which was a dream of mine. It was a dream of mine to move somewhere in the world and actually live there and like immerse in the culture and immerse in the language and immerse in the community. And so we did that. And just more recently, because it really is my passion is traveling and living in different places. We were just in London for the spring and summer. We lived in London. My daughters were with me. We were building a team there and doing a lot of training and team development in the UK and just loving living in London. It was a dream come true, really a dream come true for me. And so we're just home. We're just back. We just got back a couple days ago. And we're getting ready for a big company conference that we're going to. And oddly enough, this was funny, I got an email today from the company and said, you are part of the Legacy Club. I said, oh, I wonder what the Legacy Club is. So I opened up the email, and it basically for anybody in the company who's earned $1 million with the company or more, you're in the Legacy Club. And then there's different levels of the Legacy Club. And I thought, before I opened the email, I thought, oh, well, good, this will give me something to work for, right? I got my first $1 million. Now, maybe the next $1 million I get something. Well, it turns out I would need to make $5 million to get to level 2. So that's like a pretty big mountain to climb. But goals are good, right? It's always good to have a goal. And so there you have it. Not on to my next 1 million, my next 5 million. So what I am really passionate about, like really, really passionate about, is helping people figure out, if they don't know already, like some people know what their dreams are. Some people know that if they had a magic wand and time and money were of no consequence, if they had all the time and the money in the world, they know exactly what they would do. They know that they would not work and they would pursue a sport full time, or they would start a nonprofit and they would, go. I just met a guy recently and he said, if I didn't have to work, I would start basically a shelter for homeless people or disenfranchised people. I was talking to a friend Yesterday I had a meeting with a girl, and she said she would start a not an animal adoption agency, but an animal refuge. And just sorry about that. I have people who just all different things. Some people just want to really just go and live off the land, get off the grid and live completely off the land. There's some people just want to go on amazing adventures. Some people, like me, just like to live out in the world and have different experiences, different cultures. And, whatever it is, whatever that dream is. Some people don't really know what it is, though. I asked that question, if you had a magic wand and, time and money or no consequence, what would you do? And there's a lot of people that say, oh, I would still just work. And then I said, well, do you love your job? Like, do you just love your job? Because if you love your job, by all means, then just do what you do what you love, right? Do what you love. It's the most important thing. And they said, well, because they don't have a dream. They don't have that vision. They've never really thought about it. They just always, you can't see the forest for the trees, right? You just go along every day, you go to work, and you don't even think about what could be out there because you don't know that it's possible, or you don't think that it's possible. But it is. And that is what having a freedom and legacy coach is all about. It's all about showing you what is possible and then helping you create a roadmap to get there. And it's not easy, and it doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't have to be isogenics, and it doesn't have to be network marketing, but I will tell you that there's a lot of benefits to network marketing. But you're not going to get there if you don't see it, if you don't get focused and see it. And we're going to be doing a lot of work on that. We're going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a broadcast on discovering your purpose. I'm going to be doing